spending a lot of time with Peter himself, just leading up to the trial. The guy's mind was a little unsettled. Can you hear?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So the thing was like, I spent a lot of time walking around the East Village, Midtown, just to kill the time that they would have, taken time the cases up. So, when they read the verdict, we were pretty shocked. I mean, we all had to take a few days. And the thing was, I always had confidence that was it Danny Chun? Danny Chun was a judge, that he would overturn the conviction of the manslaughter judge. There was no evidence of substantiating. Tommy, you want to say a few words?
I guess I was cameoed in the beginning. I'm sorry I wasn't here to see any of that. They told me the ugly face has been up there in the beginning. So I just want to comment that I was there at the process. I was there for the trial. I'm a retired detective in NYPD at the time, so it was easier for me as a member of the law enforcement emeritus to help and do things that the regular working police can't do. Asian police officers, they have opinions, but technically not supposed to express ourselves. Technically, you can't do anything about it. So, in that time, I volunteered as well as other Carlin and other members of the community and other retired law enforcement. I'm not going to mention all their names. You've probably seen half a dozen people in and out. I probably didn't see me come in and out because I was sort of helping with the wife and the mother, and not the limelight, as they say. So I, trying to sneak them out. They didn't want their identities to be publicized and all over the paper. Especially, I don't think to this day, you guys know who the wife is. And that means I did my job. I kept her from the public, out of the public eye. We walked into that courtroom every day, and so I did my job. And as far as my opinions go, it's a tough mix. Now, as a retired police officer, I stayed with it in the beginning, right after the shooting. I looked at it as an accidental discharge. That's one of the terms in the police department, accidental discharge. So that means if I stand here and something happens and I show my gun and boom, oh, went off. Gee, you're stupid, the gun went off. So it's an accidental discharge. So it wasn't purposeful by any means. It wasn't purposeful. He didn't take aim. He didn't look at a person that was an intended target and shoot him. Okay, it's an accidental discharge. And I don't know how much I said in the beginning. I know I talked a lot to Ursula, and I really didn't get I don't know how much she cut on the, editing floor. But my version of it is, with the accidental discharge, it was because many people I know have been in the projects, many people lived in the projects, when they kick the door, springs are all shot in the staircase, they're all broken. So if you kick the door open, boom, it hits the wall. Now, to an unexperienced young police officer that was there, it could mean a gunshot. It does sound like one. I've been in shootouts. I've heard the gun discharge at me, around me, and when you hear that door slam in the project, in the hallway, and you just step in, it sounds like a gunshot. So, in fear of your life, whatever happened, happened. There was 10 seconds that caused a kid's death. It's a shame. It really is. But it wasn't because there's malicious intent to kill someone. You aim a camera, you aim a gun, I shoot you. Not because of the camera. But you aim a gun, I shoot you. I'm preserving my life. I go home at night. That's how the mentality of police is. I go home at night. This is a job. I go on patrol, I do investigations. Whatever happens out there, I go home at night. That's the bottom line. And I'm not that I don't care for anybody, but I go home at night. Right or wrong, you could be mentally deranged, you could be anything you want to be, any excuse society offers you to be not responsible for your actions. But the bottom line is I go home at night. Because I have family, I have kids, I gotta go home and take care of my family. This is a job. I get paid to serve and protect the general public and serve the community. So anyway, to elaborate on some of the case, the feeling of retired law enforcement, I thought it was going to be a no case. You know, accidental discharge, they usually send somebody up for retraining, you know, go up to the range, learn your techniques of proper gun handling, you know, what you're supposed to do, keep your finger away from the trigger, whatever. I don't know what happened. I don't know whose finger's on the trigger, but obviously it had to pull the trigger. So I try to tell my friends that were there, I tell them, take an open bottle of water, you know, those little bottles of water. Now, you slam my hand on the table, you squeeze that bottle of water squirts up, because you're scared and you're nervous, right? Well, this is what happened to him basically. He's got a gun like a bottle of water, boom, that door slams, boom. You know, instinctively he let go a round. Accidental discharge. No purposefully shooting anyone, no aiming at anybody, didn't want to kill anybody. He didn't wake up that day saying, I'm going to kill myself a person. So that happened. Can't take it back. And if you, I looked at the what do you call it, the logistics of that day. The bullet hit the wall, ricocheted out, and hit, you know, okay, so hit him. Okay, he's a victim, no doubt. First aid was rendered. The call 911. The girlfriend at the apartment he came out of was on the scene trying to give him CPR with the phone, you know, without a speakerphone, and they're trying to, how should I say,